Okay, so we are in Metosophin's laboratory. Beating up on demons. Walked into a blade barrier trap that doesn't want to go away, apparently. Veronica has to go around there and go do that. Or should have Aru do that? No, Aru's on the dinosaurs. Probably shouldn't have to do that. Can't she sneak around? Now, I don't know if she's not really the most stealthy person. I don't know if we really need to do this anyway, but... Ah, there's Targona. That's seal. So I know, gotta get rid of this trap first. Now we're about freeing them. Or freeing her.
I am finished.
Trap disarmed.
Keep your calm.
I'll make my own legend.
Anything around here? Tossovin's working notes. I was convinced that this line of research had reached a dead end, but as it turned out, I just didn't have the right material. Of course, the plane forming principle is well known and is quite typical for everything that originates from the abyss. When there are two things of the same kind, one will try to suppress the other, or devour it. That is why a source in a Hindrian power will block all other sources of the same power. However, I never succeeded in creating a Hindrian demon capable of suppressing the Hindrian powers of other demons. This outcome is theoretically possible. In fact, it is theoretically probable. And for some reason, all my attempts to create such a demon have ended in failure. So I decided to try a different approach, and it has yielded some excellent results. I've managed to create a Hindrian angel capable of suppressing a demon's Hindrian powers. Now, this can happen only once, because it requires the subject's termination. But who cares? Angels are expendable. If I manage to recreate this process that Arielu used when implanting Targona's wing, I'll be able to make a dozen of these anti-Hindrian bombs, and then no one in the Abyss will dare to challenge me. So, anti-Hindrian... Oh, so that's actually what affects me, wouldn't it? Targona approaches you slowly. You notice that the angel's appearance has changed. She looks ghostly pale, but her cheeks are flushed as if with fever. Her demonic wing looks more dangerous, more menacing. Her eyes burn with power, but it is not the power of heaven. Targona, what's wrong? There's a strange look in the angel's eyes. She seems aloof and remote, like a distant ray of light piercing through the darkness of a dense forest. Metosophin finished what Arielu started. As you know, the power of the Hindrian crystals only works on demons, or on those who have something of the demonic in them. And I have a demonic wing. He has corrupted me with this cursed Hindrian power. With this cursed Hindrian power. You implanted with the Hindrian crystal? Yes, she says bitterly. Now the blood of demon lords runs through my veins. Why would he do that? He wants to create another world wound. He's been muttering about keys and about creatures with dual natures who have connections to different planes. I think he is trying to replicate Arilu's experiments, and I was an ideal test subject. His power flows through my blood as well, but I have managed to withstand its corrupting influence. Do not despair. You are stronger than I am, she whispers, but I cannot withstand this corruption forever. This poisonous power is so strong, and I grow weaker with every passing moment, but I will overcome this evil. I will find a way. Tell me again what you learned about Metosophin. He's created multiple copies of himself. He used a single Hindrian crystal to imbue all of them with power. If he is killed, his consciousness is immediately transferred into a new body. There is no way to prevent this transference, at least not by any ordinary means. He's also hidden these bodies in different locations, making them almost impossible to find. It won't be easy to finish him off unless, well, I have an idea, but I'll explain later. I think it's time we pay Metosophin a visit. He has a lot to answer for. I agree, let's go. He's not far. Let's remove this seal and see what it does to us.
We are the light. They
Oh.
are the darkness.
It's one of these stupid crystal things.
Prepare yourself.
Move away. And farther away. So don't get stunned by that thing. That's from above. Gotta roll over a 4. Okay, bro. You can back off too, I think. Oh, maybe
We
not.
can do it.
I'll just have to resort to brute force.
Yes, Gimpy's taking damage every time he uses the sword, but he also heals too. He's got a regeneration thing on. So, Darren. Fire? How many hit points does this thing have? 1,200 it started with. Good Bob.
Into the fray. Hey!
Good swings. Oh, is your shield thing on? No, that's the heal. You forget she's supposed to use those shield powers here.
Guide my hand.
Some good rolls. Why is he purple? That's not the energized thing, is it? Helpless. Permanent. Whatever that's supposed to be. Ah, good rolls.
So it comes to this.
Excellent rolls everywhere. Holy crap. Lots of ones in there. Happy Wednesday. There, Bob. Do better, Bob.
The inheritor, guide my blade.
Excellent dice rolls. Bob! Kill Bob, bastard.
Make your peace.
Or Bob. He'll be fine.
We will win this war.
Physical form 6. So dexterity and constitution. Strength, dexterity, and constitution. Dexterity. Oh, this is 4. Belt are you wearing? Vanity champion, that's fine. Bob is doing. His strength and dexterity. Strength, physical form, strength, their dexterity and constitution. Already has one of those. Is it a better one? Okay.
I welcome your company.
How many potions do we have? Oh, we got lots. So drink all of those. Drink. I guess we use all those too. There we go. Look good. Mostly good. Okay, here we go. Of course, it's another trap that we don't see. Dossavin, oh, it's you. Again. How many times have you tried to kill me now, eh? When are you going to realize that you can't win? You are stronger than I am, of course. Erilu certainly pumped enough crystal essence into your veins, but I am smarter than you, and I have plenty of time to continue my experiments. It's only a matter of time before I have a champion of my own, someone who can match your power. And soon, I'll open my own world wound. Actually, I may open more than one, and then that will make me even more powerful. As for you, well, I know I've said this before, but it never gets old. You can't kill me. There's nothing you can do to stop me. Targona, the time has come, Gimpy, she whispers. We must act now. Tossman imbued me with deadly power. He has been making me into a weapon, something he can use against his enemies in the abyss, demon lords, and anyone else who possesses the power of the Nahindrian crystals. But I am dangerous to him too. That same Nahindrian power allows him to be revived in a new body after death. I beg you, Gimpy, for the light of heaven, please let me stop him. Let me die while I am still me, and let my death put an end to our enemy once and for all. Open my own world wound with hookers and blackjack. And booze. You forgot the booze part. Dossman frowns. He abandons his monologue and tries to overhear the angel's whispered conversation with you. He abruptly grabs a small glass and brings it to his lips. Observes, I will drink this, and my body will die, but I will live again. I will be resurrected in a different location. Do what you must, Targona. I swear that your sacrifice will not be forgotten. Don't need to sacrifice you to stop him. I think we do, actually. Because that's actually what the book we picked up earlier basically stops him from being... It'll keep him here. We have no way of doing that. Right? Do what you must. What are you whispering about? I'm curious. Let the darkness perish by the light and sword, says Targona. The angel and the demon lie side by side on the stone floor, motionless, but something inside you doesn't want to accept this outcome. This can't be the end. There must be another way. Reveal the light of heaven. Come back to me. The light gently envelops the fallen angel, bathing her in radiant glory. Visions flash before your eyes. You're in heaven. An angel with shining eyes creates a sword of light and gives it to her brother. Then you're in the dark caves beneath Canabras. The sword is lost, and then it is found. It is in your hand. Now you are in Erilu's laboratory. You are fighting side by side with Targona, using your combined power against the architect of the world wound. And now you are reaching out to Targona with that same power, breathing life into her body. What just happened? You brought me back to life and saved me from the corruption of the abyss. That is a true miracle. How can there be any doubt that you are an angel, a real angel, as real as any of us, and far more powerful? Berenger, so you're a miracle worker now. Why am I not surprised? Eliandra, let's leave this evil place. We'll return to Dresden to rest and heal our wounds, but we will be there for you in your hour of need. Our connection is strong. It is a bond that cannot be broken. So that was kind of easy. For Perception check has failed.
Never stop learning.
Suck at Matasuva. Douchebag. How many times we actually killed him? I don't know. A lot. This time he's dead for real. Possibly. He better be.
Something is not right here.
The trap that we just saw. There it is.
It is done. I am finished.
Boots. Boots have magical whirl. How much you want to bet that's going to be worthless to
There are
me?
many roads to success.
Boots of magical whirl. Where this boots kills a demon for the first time in a battle, the next spell becomes quickened, as low using this quicken spell feat. Athletics and mobility. Kills a demon for the first time. Next spell becomes quickened. Sure, I'll give that to Gimpy. Thea's boots. Permanent freedom of movement. What are you wearing for boots? Saving throws against moving impairment. Moving impairment. Yeah, that it in here?
I will prove my worth.
Oh, what's actually on his body? Anything good? Probably not. He's pretty crappy, so. Cold Iron Masterwork Scimitar. Oh boy. Incredible Dexterity Belt. Boy. Band of Vast Intelligence +2. Oh boy. His gear is so appropriate for whatever he is. Douchebag. Douchebag extraordinaire. That's what he really is. Hey, what's this? What's with the big beam of light there? Never mind. So, now the ultimate question is that stupid blade bearer gone yet? You know, it is not. How long is that going to be there? It lives there now. Apparently it does. Skip time. Okay, it's only an hour.
Focus on the goal.
So that wasn't too bad. That was actually pretty easy. We run around and see if we can find anything that might be hidden.
Watch out for trouble.
What's that?
Keep your calm.
Okay, the day passed. No, it has not. Okay. So, city in the wasteland, or... Yeah, might as well since we're here. We're immune to fatigue. There's our day gone by. So you had main army come down and crush those guys. There's a lot of cultists in there, and I don't trust his spell casting. He doesn't have the best spells, but we can nuke him with that ahead of time. That's going to do a decent amount of damage. You can hit him with the fear thing, too. Just these guys don't have the killing power. It's a lot of cultists. Yeah, we'll use the main army to kill them, I think. I think that's a smart thing to do. Because, you know, we have multiple fireballs and whatever. Okay, nothing yet. Oh, we got an event. Stage play. Ugh, not again. Play. Okay, good place to camp. Maybe if you pray to Iamade even just once, a miracle will happen. How do you know it won't? Darren? I think if I begin to pray, Iamade herself will be so astonished she will descend from heaven to find out what calamity has occurred. Isn't that the point? Okay, city in the... Oh, this is choose your own adventure stuff, isn't it? He knows what he is. He does know what he is. Okay, choose your own adventure. Okay, it is a warm, sunny day in the Wound. Perhaps too warm and sunny. The Sakorian wastelands are roasting in the heat of the purple, shimmering sun. Even demonic plants are unable to survive here. They suffocate in the red dust of the plains. A hot wind sweeps across the wastelands, leaving the commander with the taste of ash and sulfur in his mouth. The commander can see for miles around in every direction. If there were any enemies nearby, they would not be able to sneak up on him unnoticed. However, it does not look like anyone has survived the excruciating heat in the Wound. The only sound of life is the sound of insects buzzing nearby. The chittering noises sound like harsh, rasping laughter. The heat causes the air to shimmer slightly, and through the haze, the commander notices the walls of a city rising up a short distance from the road. Is this a lost Sakorian city, a demonic trap, or just a trick of the mind? The walls look real, but perhaps they are only a mirage. The commander realizes that it is impossible to tell from this distance, so he decides to explore the city. The walls are partially buried in red sand, and as the commander draws closer, he realizes that this is not a city, but the sun-bleached remains of a Sakorian settlement. The buzzing grows louder, and the commander can see Vescovers perched on the stone slabs as they bask in the sun. The husk of their dead kin crunched beneath the commander's feet with every step. The commander notices rotten wooden pillars covered in faded Sakorian runes. The tops of the pillars have been gnawed into sharp points, making them look like long wooden stakes. The highest of these pillars seems to be a signpost in the middle of what used to be a busy crossroads. The passage of time has worn away all but 3 words on the signpost: square, marketplace, and gem. The commander decides to try and identify the city by using his knowledge of Sakorian history. So 23 out of 38 there. Perception. Search for the queen. Well, that's easy. Lucia examines the houses closely. It looks like a battle took place here. The walls of the house have been damaged or destroyed. All that is left of the roofs are a few wooden beams. When the commander turns her attention to the insects, she notices that all the Vescovers seem to be flying in a single direction toward the city square. Gimpy's not female. Just want to point that out. I tried to identify the city. Hey, succeeded. Darren looks around and recognizes the surrounding streets. He has seen them depicted on some ancient maps. The drawings on the walls depict horses and herds of sheep, offering further confirmation of the commander's theory. This is Domora, a city of herdsmen that was lost a long time ago. The commander recognizes the majestic temple of Gozra that towers over the other buildings. This temple used to be a local landmark and attracted countless pilgrims. The underground aqueducts built under the temple supplied the city with drinking water sourced from a lake that has long since dried up. The commander is sure that this is Domora, but its appearance here is inexplicable. The city of Domora was located far away on the western border of ancient Sarkoris. However, there are many strange phenomena and anomalies in the world, and this must be simply one of them. Hey Ray, welcome back. Happy Wednesday. Go to the square. The winding street that leads to the square is lined with partially destroyed houses. Many of them only have three walls, and others are nothing more than piles of rubble. The commander notices more and more Vescovers flying around, and the air is filled with a strange, acrid smell. The square is completely empty, but the doors of Gozra's temple swing open. A woman emerges from them and begins to limp toward the commander. She is stripped to the waist, and it looks as though insects are squirming beneath her skin. Livor mortis has discolored her withered, shriveled flesh, turning it a blotchy purple color. She opens her mouth to speak, but the words come out in a low buzz that is neither masculine nor feminine. Verbizivore welcomes you, esteemed guest. Please make yourself at home. The woman falls silent and then collapses to the ground. A small swarm of Vescovers fly out of her motionless corpse. The insects hover near the commander as if waiting for him to follow them. The commander decides to follow the swarm. The swarm flies through the air, unhindered by the obstacles on the ground. The commander has to climb over debris and walk through partially collapsed buildings to follow the buzzing insects. Finally, the swarm flies down into a blissfully cool, dark hole beneath one of the walls. It does not look large enough for a person to fit through. The commander decides to examine the walls and try to find another way underground. Usually feels along the sides of the wall and finds a hidden door. She presses a nearby stone, triggering a mechanism that causes the door to swing open with a creaking sound. The cool, damp air of the underground passage feels good against the commander's hot skin, but the chittering of the Vescovers become even more intense. The commander finds himself in a labyrinth of underground passages. These are obviously not natural caverns, although the stonework of the underground aqueduct, quite a rarity for Sarkoris, is almost completely hidden under a layer of swarming Vescovers. The walls, the ceiling, and the floor squirm and move like the bowels of a living creature. The insects block all the passages except for one, and the passage is growing smaller by the minute, prompting the commander to move faster. The passage ends abruptly, and the commander finds himself staring down into a huge well. The passage is dimly lit, but the bottom of the well is lost in impenetrable darkness. This could be the area beneath the water tower, but it is impossible to know for sure without a map of the city's underground passages. The well is filled with the sound of buzzing Vescovers, and the commander can smell their sweet scent wafting up from this darkness. The smell reminds him of the sweet caramel sold at Canabras' city festival that we've never been to, I don't think. Memories of that day become flooding back. For a moment, the commander feels as though he is back in the town square. As if in the answer to his thoughts, the giant figure of Descari rises up from the depths of the well. Suddenly, a crossbow bolt pierces the demon lord, and the figure dissipates into thousands of swarming Vescovers. Both Descari and the bolt were formed of the insects. Hey, Leon, welcome back. Happy Wednesday. Right. More scenes flash before the commander's eyes. Ash and smoke filled the skies during the battle for Dresden, leaving a sour taste on the commander's tongue. Both familiar and unfamiliar people and places appear for a moment and then vanish. It is as if some unknown creature is trying to see into the commander's mind and access his memories, yet the creature seems tentative and cautious, almost as if it's seeking the commander's permission. Commander decides that it's time to allow the hive mind of the Vescover into his consciousness, fight back against the Vescovers, blah, blah, blah. What should we do? Fight back. This will go well. The commander musters up his strength and manages to free himself from the hive mind of the Vescovers. The visions fade and the silent conversation comes to an end. For a moment, the swarm hovers quietly in the air before launching itself at the commander. He quickly decides to flee. Fight. Commander tries to attack the swarm, but there are just too many Vescovers. The dead insects are immediately replaced by others in the endless, relentless onslaught. There's only one thing left to do. Run for your lives. Gimpy tries to escape the swarm. Vescovers attack him from every direction as he rushes back up the narrow passage to the surface. The swarm is so dense, some of the Vescovers end up biting and devouring his own kin. The buzzing of the insects is so loud, it sounds like the rumble of an erupting volcano, yet somehow, Gimpy manages to escape unharmed. The sightless eyes of the city's residents are fixed on the commander, and when the commander glances around at these silent onlookers, he feels an overwhelming desire to burn this place to the ground. Commander sets the city ablaze, but he makes sure that no harm comes to the Temple of Gozra at its center. No one tries to extinguish the fire. The Vescovers leave their shelters of flesh behind and fly away in all directions. The rotting corpses turn to ash, and the walls are covered in soot. As the roaring inferno subsides, the crackling of the flames is replaced by another sound, the sound of running water. Streams of clear water flow out from beneath the door of Gozra's temple and cascade down the entrance steps. The underground stream that has bubbled up to the surface signals the return of the deity who once presided here. The commander feels the touch of Gozra's blessing. A gust of fresh air gently caresses his face. Demora has been freed. The city is no longer a Vescover trap. I've never done that option before. I have never done that option before. We've always talked to the Queen. We don't need to go that way, if I remember right. Should we teleport back? Let's teleport back, go talk to the council and stuff, since we're so far away. So you guys are just sitting there, waiting to die. Or the main army can come down there and crush those guys. I'm sure it'll happen. He has reached you and now attacks. Don't let them flee. Kill them all. Kill them all. Hands off keyboard. Forgot. You don't move the map. You don't move the screen on this. Just those two. So, look at the fireball. These guys aren't the 19 left. They're not a threat. It's the cultists that are the problem. Go axe thrower. Okay, so there's signifiers. Hell Knight signifiers with their awesome fireball. This is power times power plus 5. This is D6. D6, so this is better for single target. Poor cultists. Yeah, the other army would not have been able to do this. Their spellcaster isn't as good. So this damage is power times d4 times unit number. So this is power d6. Did I hit the wrong button there for some reason. What the hell? Doesn't matter, but I hit the wrong button. The fireball was going to kill them all. Okay, so our... not you guys. Those guys. I think we killed those things still, so I guess we're going down this way. Alchemists, sorcerers, wizards, and mages. I think it's only fitting you guys eat a fireball then. Spellcasters. Can't take their own medicine. Lost them with magic. Sorry, magic missiles. Again, those friggin' signifiers are sick. Malicious mages used to live here. All kinds of outcasts, practitioners of forbidden magic, and scoundrels who knew no fear of gods and were eager to sacrifice their souls in exchange for arcane power. Now they are all dead. And with utmost care, the soldiers examine their trophies, magic labs, storages of artifacts, and occult libraries. Daily income increased, energy points times 2. And that's going to be it for you guys. And I have to go to the Citadel to go talk to what's their faces, the councils that want to talk to us. Helmsman, there you are, my treasure. Out of the blue, a ghostly image of that helmsman materializes before you. I've been looking all over for you. Well, are you ready to go on a new voyage? I'm not sailing anywhere with you. Do I want to do no voyage here in the campaign? Not really. Begone. So rude. Don't you want to claim the greatest treasure of the Midnight Isles? It's so close now. I'm not sailing anywhere with you. Ah, so you're not ready just yet. That's all right, my treasure. I am a patient one. I will wait for you to reconsider. I'll be waiting for you at the Murky Grotto. I think he really wants us to go on this trip with him. Obrig, tidings from the Gundren war chief. Bad ones. The town is besieged. They need help. So this is his storyline stuff. Another message from the wolf. No, from their shaman this time. Senna sent me a message by Raven. Who's besieging them? Demons, probably. Who else? The message is a little muddled on the details. Maybe have sent it in a panic, which itself is a bad sign. We're going to Gundren's aid then. Spoken like a true war chief. Hold on, brothers and sisters. Help is coming. Gesmara. Gesmara looks the same as before, but far more wary. So it is true. The commander has returned from the dead. We've heard all manner of rumors, but we did not know what to believe. So I came here myself to be sure that it's true and not yet another trick of the demons. What's the news from Wintersun? I thought time would heal Wintersun, but it hasn't been easy. People gradually return to their lives, but the mere sight of their homeland brought back memories of the atrocities. This is why, when the demons returned, we didn't fight the way we should have. What will you do now? We will leave in search of a better life. The place we called home all these centuries no longer accepts us. There are too many ghosts here, too many memories. Gizmero sighs. I do not know where to go, but I will pray to the spirits that the new place will accept us. Okay. Farewell, Commander. May the spirits watch over you. I hope our paths will cross again someday. Tina, Scenery Master. Oh god, these guys. Great, let's leave now. Ooh, the best play ever. It's a black screen. But ladies and gentlemen, the day has come that every participant in the Crusades has awaited with bated breath. The day when the Next Door Theater finally present to you our newest production. Theater, Ember laughs melodiously and claps her hands. Greybeard casts a long, thoughtful look at Ember. The elf's joy is reflected on the dwarf's stern face by a slight smile. The massive prop catapult behind Grandma creaks loudly and somewhat ominously in time with her words. At least you hope it's a prop. Today we return to the recent past to one of the first victories won by the Commander. Our show is dedicated to these grandiose, incredible, mind-blowing, exciting, large-scale, grand, and legendary events many of you probably witnessed firsthand. As the director and playwright, I feel humbled and honored to. Francis Alado with the wild enthusiasm and actually accidentally touches, but only lightly, on the catapult's lever. Oops. You hear the theatrically loud whisper from the ranks of the actors. Does anyone remember what we used to load that catapult? I have a better question. What did that projectile hit? I see something that resembles a plume of smoke in the place similar to the one where we left the crates our props are in. I put my cherry pie in the catapult bucket. I have a secret snack during the performance, and now it flew away. The last sentence is followed by a loud sob. Stop panicking, the show must go on, even if we have left without our costumes and props. If something does not go according to plan, improvise. Nothing more than a few fireworks to celebrate our premiere, and now we shall begin. You may start, but if anything goes wrong, I'll throw a rotten tomato at you. Applause, hooray for the premiere. In the year 4715, in the area near Dresden, a figure appears in front of the army awaiting his orders. It is their leader, Knight Commander Gimpy the Crusader. My fellow Crusaders, grand battle's upon us, the voice of Lily. The dancer is sonorous, but you can see how uncomfortable she feels clad in heavy armor. Why isn't Lila dancing? Lily. Dancing. In this scene, she's supposed to pirouette, then do the splits in our armor. We got a little confused and brought her real armor instead of her cardboard armor. Oops. Where's her cardboard armor? Burning, along with the rest of our props. It's alright, everyone knows the commander is a gifted dancer, and his talent is so great that he never demonstrated in public, so that no one will feel their abilities insulted. That's not fair, Lily. Since you took this role, you should at least try to dance. Who says I'm not evil? Well, I will try, of course. My fellow Crusaders, behold, for now I shall show you the deadly fighting technique I will use to defeat the demons. Watch me and be inspired. Then, with his army properly inspired, the commander explained the details of his grand strategic plan. As we all know, the commander planned to launch himself from a catapult and break through the enemy's fortifications from the air. She glances at the catapult, but it doesn't look like it'll be able to fire another shot. And this is exactly what happened. However, just as the commander was taking his place in the bucket before launch, the demons have set in motion their terrifyingly cunning plan. They takes a long pause, eyes flashing. They cast an illusion that made everyone think the commander was just standing there as if he was neither flying through the air nor cutting down hordes of enemies. And now that all of you have witnessed the most spectacular, dramatic, and impressive culmination of our play, let us return to reality for a moment to welcome the person whom we are all gathered here to celebrate, the commander. After all, this was one of his earliest adventures. So what do you say, Commander? Did you like our show? I had so much fun. Of course, sure, blah, 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 stuff. We're done with them, right? And, of course, now I have to go back. Oh, actually go talk to... What's his face? See if he's got anything for us. I don't think he does. It would be easier to fly. I mean, let's get the wings if you don't use them. Then what item I'll carry. You see the Radiance Pass, stuff. So much stuff. Thank you for the story. Scale, stuff. Such hatred from Tyrande Love. What did she... What happened next? Stuff. We already went over all this. Thank you for your story. Shofenian. So there's nothing really to do. They're just for decorative purpose only? Which part? Which for decorative purpose, Catger? Welcome back, by the way. Still haven't fixed this hole, have they? The wing. Oh, the wings are for decorative? No, they're not actually. They are actually supposed to do stuff. See? Wings. +3 to dodge. I'm sorry, +3 dodge bonus to AC against melee attacks. Immunity to ground-based effects, such as difficult terrain. We should be able to fly. They're not fake wings, they're just not quite real ones. Lady Konomi, apologies, Commander, but an ambassador of a certain nation demands to see you, a nation that we consider to be our ally, at least until they came up with the outrageous proposition we're about to discuss. Nara Kor, tall woman, salutes you sharply. Isgar greets you, Commander. My name is Nara Kor, my lord. My lord. Hedven the Sixth, steward of Isgar, bid me put myself at your disposal. Isgar rewards Mendev as a trusted and loyal ally, and our nation will not leave you in your hour of need. The war has brought chaos and anarchy to the lands of Mendev. We stand ready to come to your aid. The Isgari Expeditionary Corps is ready to assume control of Nerosian and the larger Mendevian cities to restore order and a central authority. But to avoid a diplomatic misunderstanding, we ask that you accept our help and allow us to cross Mendev's borders. And just pigeon feathers glued onto cardboard. I don't think so. Lady Konomi cuts off the ambassador. Mendev is quite capable of dealing with its issues without external help. Commander, I must ask you to send your own forces to the capital. Don't put the nation into the hand of foreigners. Socio. Saving Mendev benefits all nations of Aveston. So why does it have to be only one country that helps you? Well, ask all our neighbors to send us their trusted servants who will resolve the crisis, and keep an eye on each other, preventing any temptation to exploit our lands and resources. Soso gives the ambassador a soft but knowing smile. Darren, I'm not particularly enamored of the idea of calling in outsiders to instill order in our country. Before I know it, I'll no longer be a count, and some disagreeable foreigner will be living in my estate. I imagine other nobles will relate to these concerns. So why don't we ask them for help? Lion, whatever coat of arms is on the banner of the people who bring order is all the same to me. If they can take care of the people, let them come and help. Patriots should have thought about that back when their country wasn't plummeting into oblivion. Well, Jeff, these sneaky weasels thought they could get their mitts on our turf while we were out fighting in this dump. Like hell they will. Once we're done with the war, we'll skim Mendev ourselves, thank you very much. And if these unwelcome helpers show their faces, just say the word, Chief, and the people will give them the pitchfork. The common folk love Isger about as much as I love donating to charity. Let's see what the council has to say. We just talked to them. So all generals gain excellent advisors, which is general has a +2 bonus or +10 bonus to power each general. Darren put out a call among the nobles of Mendev and promised them a generous reward. Recruitment growth for trainable units increased by 15% for each captured region. Lance Wright, I approve of Isgor's actions. Sisters of the Golden Emernies. Mercenary unit monks with high potential offensive. Only 8 of them, huh? That's not even worth it. Well, Jeff, we're issuing a call of arms among the people if Isger pokes its nose in. Mendevian Cavaliers. Some cavalry deliver pinpoint strikes against an enemy line. 6 Mendevian Cavaliers are recruited to the commander's headquarters. But
Hello Gimpy, it is time to take a break. Go get some more water while you are up.
This is good.
Your next break is in 1 hour.
Recruitment growth for trainable units increased by 15% for each captured region. I think we'll go that way. If there's one thing Mendevian nobility has in abundance, it's pride. They will be outraged by the mere thought that some foreigners might take control of their lands. And if there are new estates on the conquered territories involved, why, they will be twice as vigorous in their efforts to sway their homeland. Lady Kenomi bows her head and says quietly, "We will know soon whether or not this decision was prudent. Will Mendev survive this crisis, or is it doomed to fall? Once the outcome becomes apparent, I will report to you immediately." More people to talk to. We weren't gone that long. Commander, glad to see you back in the head of the military council. A decision is required for you to be urgently blah blah blah. We don't have an army in the strictest sense, and the enemy is putting up much more of a fight than previously. Judging by the reports, the demons are relying less and less on the armies of their mortal servants and the power of the simple blades, and more on magic and dark sorceries. We must respond in kind by bolstering our forces with expert spellcasters. I am prepared to send an order to Canabras at once, requesting the necessary reinforcements. I propose we support our army with bardic magic. Screw bards. These demons, blah blah blah, the power of the gods. We need some war priests in our army. Their spells will chase away the darkness and heal the wounded. We should do well to invite monks into our army. They've been hardened by a lifetime of training, and even demonic corruption cannot harm them. If you're in need of mages versed in the art of killing, you should contact the Daggermark Poisoners Guild, blah blah blah. It's certainly a foul beast, Oglin, stuff. So, war priests. Church guards become war priests. We have some of these. But there's still 179 hit points. AC 20, AC 20. Immune to fear. Damage is 7 to 14. Now there's more damage. Maybe the war priests. Monks. So, weekly recruitment growth for monks. All church guards are promoted to monk. Poisoner skill. So church guards become assassins. Too many daggers. Druids. Church guards become druids. Cure moderate wounds and bark skin. One friendly creature within range. 4 bonus AC for 4 rounds. Bards. Auras. For 1 whole round. But 2 squares. Radius of 2 squares. That's actually not horrible. Bonus to ability scores. This is bonus to attack. Bonus to saving throws and AC. I don't know. What do the war priests do? Aura of Courage. That's for bonus saving throws against fear for 1 round. Blah. Sneak move? You can teleport to any unoccupied square instead of moving. Poison the target and apply -2 penalty to strength. Blah. A lot of damage, though. Not very angelic, though, is it? And the druids, they had bark skin and that. Sadly, I think Bard is the best choice. As much as I don't want to. But they've got more versatility with their stuff, and it only lasts 1 round, but there's the 2 square radius, which is nice. So basically, they just stand behind everybody, do their buffs. I guess one of the bards. It's not like we have a lot of them, so. Of course, not every bard is willing to brave the battlefield, but I will personally select the most courageous ones. They'll be a great boon to our troops' morale. Send a letter to Canaveras immediately requesting a group of spellcasters to be sent. Technically not really spellcasters, are they? I was kind of hoping we get some more signifiers. But anyway, I do need to take a break. So, I'm going to get up, stretch some legs, get some water, go check on the dogs, although we can see they're both right there on the camera. If you don't, the far left of the camera is Rocket's body. He's wedged in there somehow. I don't know how he did that. But anyway, I'm going to get up, stretch some legs, get some water, that kind of thing. If you've been watching the stream for any length of time, I suggest you do the same. I'll be back in a few minutes. Thank you for watching. Enjoy the dog video.